You guys, I have come to the conclusion that South African men and women are not compatible. And I've realized this because the person I am, Zintatu, as a strong, independent, hard-working woman who's educated, opinionated, isn't appealing to the typical South African guy because all of that is threatening to their masculinity. I've found the kind of men I'm interested in who are also educated, smart, high-income earners and are independent and doing well for themselves. But the very things that I like in those men are the things that they don't like in me. They don't like that I get to express my opinion, and they don't like that I get to, enjoy the freedoms that amazing women have fought for us in this country. They don't like that I don't have traditional views, like I'm not conservative in how I present myself and how I interact with like certain topics, right? The men that I'm interested in, I'm realizing, are more conservative in nature. Like they would look for a woman who's going to be a homemaker, a woman who's more subservient, who wants to be at home, bear children. But they also want someone who works. The crazy part, right? It's like they want all these things and they want someone who earns well, who's got a good career. But I'm just like, guys, you know, the only thing that leads me to believe that they're not compatible with me is because, yes, they've got all these qualities I'm looking for, but they want to change me. It's like they like me, but in moderation. They want me on their own terms. And it's like, yeah, you can express your opinion, but to a certain extent. Yeah, you can be a boss babe at work, but you still need to cook. You shouldn't show your body on social media. Don't wear bikinis. Don't have people getting access to you. Don't do this and this and this. And I'm just like, I just want someone who knows me, who understands me, and doesn't try to change me. If I change in my own accord, then that's fine. But not for you to date me because you want to change me. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm finding more and more. And I'm like, the more conversations I have with women, it's like we don't believe that our partners are black anymore, which is so sad, guys. Um, there's friends close to me and others who text me, they're like, I think actually our husbands are white. And by that, I don't mean white South Africans, because that's a whole new population group entirely. But it's such a sad thing to realize, you guys, because I love black men and I love the African story. Like, I'm all about that vibe. You know what I mean? But it's also very unfortunate that the black men in our society see me as manly or masculine, or they're threatened by my independence and my self-expression. And that is perceived as almost it's seen as disrespectful whenever, like, if for instance I wear a bikini and I post a bikini photo, it's like, what's my family gonna say? Like, istimasam, all of that. And I'm just like, can I just exist outside of you? Yes, I understand when we're married I am gonna be an extension of you, but why should other people's opinions matter if you and I are in love and we're comfortable with each other? So for me, the istimasam, because of how I present myself, is always so flabbergasting, because I'm like, where does it end? And why is it not enough that and the funny thing is, these are like really progressive people in how they dress and express themselves and how they present. They will do like all sorts of things, right? Like polish their nails, which I love, and like do, these nice haircuts with like facials, and like dress in like really creative ways that push boundaries. But as soon as I express myself in a way that feels comfortable to me, it's like that's interpreted as being disrespectful to their family or lowering estima. So I'm like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. But that's what they want. And I'm just like, guys, this is so sad, because we really are raising standards, and We're not compatible, man. And yeah, we really aren't. And it's so unfortunate.
I don't think I'm compatible with a white man. I don't think I'll ever be. If there's no black men to love, then I'm going extinct. It just got to that point for me personally that if I am getting to that level in my life where I have to be with a race of other men, because psychologically I believe that the European man is better. Then when you go to his home country, you will realize that he isn't really. He's just like trash, you know. The women in this country believe that he's trash. You just don't see it. I don't like praising white men. I don't think they are of better quality, whether they are Afrikaner man or the European German man. They're just men. They don't want their women also doing things. Why do we think that a black man is the only one thinking like this? Why do you think that the black man doesn't want you to have those things? Only that they do that in Germany. And Russia is even worse. They don't even have feminism. They don't have feminism. This patriarchy all the way through. And those women, they're better content. So imagine if you meet a Russian man. A Russian man's gonna put you inside the house and tell you to cook and bear children. Because a Russian woman is going to be content with a Russian man providing for him, for her. You know? They're gonna live like that. Obviously, I'm not speaking for the rest of everyone, but I'm just thinking that most of the time it's like that. It's literally like that. So, if you're not compatible with black South African men, it means that you're going to have to go to European men. I don't want to have mixed kids. I'm sorry if there's a mixed person watching me and likes my content, but personally, I don't want mixed children. I don't have the patience to teach a mixed child an identity. I don't have the willpower to teach to that extent. Okay, it's enough. If I would have a child, it's enough. I would have a black child, and the black child has to go through whatever they go through, and I have to teach them how to navigate life as a black person. Now, how am I going to teach you navigating life as a mixed child without feeling this disdain that I have for your father's people? Because I do have it. And there's the thing with me loving white men. My problem with loving white men is that I have a disdain for them on a deep level. And I can't produce a white child. I just cannot, because I'll have a disdain for that child. It will be severe. I know myself. So I don't think my loving and charming husband is going to be an Italian, because I always liked Italians. Every time I'm asked out by a white guy, I always have to keep in mind that nothing is going to come out of it. Nothing spectacular. Unfortunately, we're just dating to just date.